Hey everybody, thank you for watching Aim4 Survival, and we are back in black. What we're going to do is tell you how to mod gear. Guys, this was pink when it began, so stay tuned. Okay, for my friends over at BattlBox and everybody on the BattlBox member forum, we recently received a SULU knife from Revolt Knives. Guys, mine was pink when I began, and instead of getting out there and whining, I just modded my gear. Something I'm going to do anyways. You can add a lanyard, you can do this. If I was to say on a 1 to 5, this is probably a 2 out of 5 scale of difficulty. And the reason I say that is because you got to take apart this knife, keep everything together, make sure you put it back together right, and check your work. Other than that, the actual coloring of the scales was simple, guys, easier than a easy bake oven. So we're going to go to my kitchen, show you a little bit of what we got and what we're going to do. Okay, I love to mod my gear, and we did get the Revolt Knives SULU. This is a really neat folding knife I got through a BattlBox. What I'm going to do is dye it. Possibly a gray, but more than likely I have to go all the way black. I do have the RIT synthetic dye. This will work with just about any plastic. You can even use it on your backpacks. This technique, just, of course, you'll need a bigger bowl than this. I have prepped the scales using the rubbing alcohol to remove any chemicals. It's very important you do this in case you decide you want to eat with your knife. I've added a little wire lanyard here, make it easy to dip this in, and I got a non-porous base for it to sit down and cool off. If this works out well on this, we may try it on, say, a Mora and see what we come up with. Again, we're going to bring this just below a rolling boil, add our dye per instructions, and it says the dip time will vary, so we're going to go ahead and experiment. Less is more at this point, and then work our way up if we want to darken it. Let's see how it goes. So there it is, guys. We boiled our scales, disassembled using craft wire, so we don't have to touch it or anything. We laid it metal side down. We tried to reduce the actual contact. These handles are rubber, so make sure you get that synthetic RIT dye. I dunked them twice for 30 seconds, let them cool. Went back and dunked them one more time just to make sure it was set good. This knife is beautiful now. It was beautiful to begin with, but I'll be honest, Bubblegum Pink ain't quite my style. Especially if I'm wearing dark clothes like I'm wearing right now, it could possibly stand out like a sore thumb. Now, it will be harder to find if, say, it's on the ground, so you might want to take advantage of this huge lanyard hole here. Again, the blade does not go in there. Reassembling, we double checked our work and oiled the internal parts. We made sure we had just a drop of Loctite on the screws to keep our work together. Only thing I didn't add Loctite to was my pocket clip, guys. I believe this was a tip down carry when I first got it. I do prefer tip up carry when it's in my pocket, so I've reset that. But again, this is a very neat knife from Revolt Knives. It is their SULU. Sound familiar? Sounds like a Ulu, and there's a reason why. Notice the curved blade on the front. We'll take our safety, depress it to free up this blade. Once it's free, slides down, locks in. Now it's an Ulu knife. Why would you want an Ulu knife in a survival or wilderness situation? Well, if you're gonna make a wild salad, it definitely could help in processing your wild vegetables, but also in quartering and fleshing an animal. You could definitely get into some of those little spots with a really controlled blade. You could also cut through heavier materials such as tendons and bone. Be careful anytime you're using the knife. When you're not looking, make sure you know where your offhand is, guys. There's smarter ways to do it. A lot of pros I see flash away from themselves, but it's up to you what you're taught, what you run. Again, we got a button back here to unlock it, puts it back into its standard configuration. Can't stress enough, make sure when you put this back together that the safety works well. Here we are, one beefy bad blade. Again, coming from my buddies at BattlBox, and this has been a huge shout out for all the guys on the forum and on the BattlBox member only page. Guys, there's no reason to be out there complaining. You can mod your gear, customize it wherever you want. Other pieces of gear, you can customize the color. I've seen people put faded designs. I've seen them etch different things into blade materials using different acidic compounds. Again, there's so many ways we can mod our gear, and we're definitely going to be showing you a lot more gear on my channel that you haven't seen so far. Stay tuned.